Okay, this is set up and going too. All right, cool. So this is going to be a video. Oh wow. This is going to be a video about San Francisco as a whole, a San Francisco review. Now, I haven't made a YouTube video in a while, but this is kind of like a class video, class slash assignment. So it is a review, but I am going to have to turn it in at some point and edit it out if I don't like it. But it's going to be a San Francisco review, okay? Haven't made a YouTube video in a while. I have my mic, so I just use this mic and hopefully it sounds well. I mean, sometimes it sounds okay, sometimes it doesn't, but whatever. But I do have notes on what to say. So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, I have not been in San Francisco long, about like 2 months-ish, right? From the beginning of school, and it's October now. So, do the math of that. If you can hear what's outside, don't mind that. My voice, I'm sure, is much louder than what's happening outside. But I haven't been in San Francisco long, so some of them I might still need to be, getting used to, or I don't think so. I think most of these things will stay the same the whole time I'm here, but let's get into it. All right, this is the San Francisco review, and trust me, not everything is great, okay? And I know a lot of people are already going to say the price is too expensive, this and that, which is true. That's just true. That I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, I came here from New York and LA, the two other priciest cities out there, and even I was kind of like, oh wow, okay, kind of shocked. I think the biggest problem with that price thing is that everything is very artisanal over here. Like in New York, there's like a good amount of bodegas that you can go into pretty much everywhere. Manhattan, Queens, Bronx, everywhere, next to the expensive places. Here, it's even the bodegas, they're not even real bodegas over here. They want to be cool, and some people call them that, but they're not really. They're also expensive. Like, that's the biggest thing. It's like New York, there's cheap next to expensive, or if you're somewhere with expensive, there's a cheaper option somewhere close. If it's not next door, it's somewhere around there, right? Coffee you could get cheaper somewhere. They have expensive, but there's also cheaper. We could go into rent and stuff like that. And yeah, both of those places are terrible. I mean, terrible. But yeah, that's what everyone's going to say. But I have some other stuff. So I'm going to do a pro and con list about, what's good and bad. So, the first, transportation. Transportation here is very good, but also very bad in some places. For some reason, there are just some streets that no buses go down, or trains, or those cable car trolley things you guys call them. Like, there's some streets that just have nothing, and I don't understand why. Like, it'll be like this big long street, but the only bus you'll be able to get is the one above or the one below. I don't understand why. And it's like a big street. That's happened multiple times. I don't get it. There's so many buses and stuff, but then for some reason there are these long big streets with no bus option. It's very odd. And it's not everywhere, but it's like select few. I'll get to a place, I'll be like, oh cool, turn on the transportation app, no buses come down there, but a bus comes, a street above or below, which is fine. But there are some times where I'm like, why? I'm in a big ass street. There should be one here. So that's one. But on the other hand, the pro is that there's a lot of it, and it's very good. And then you guys have those trolleys that go up you guys, I don't even know if you guys live here or not. It doesn't matter. But people who live in San Francisco will set up San Francisco. I don't know the guy who set it up. I used to know the guy who set up New York's system. I used to know his name. I don't anymore. But whatever you say, whatever you call them, the trolleys that go up and down, that's kind of a gimmick, right? Like for visitors and tourists, because it costs like $6 just to go up. I don't know. And it's only in touristy places, so whatever, At the same time, I wouldn't really want to walk up those hills too. So it's nice that they're there. But most of the time, 99% of the time I've seen, to get to a place where you would need that, there already is a bus pretty much on the same street. If you see a trolley, there's probably a bus you could take for cheaper. And that's another thing, the buses. You get on, they're great. You can, do the bing, 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 bing thing. They're on each door, where you slide your card. Very nice. But the problem is that when you get on the bus, well, it's not a problem. Actually, it's nice. But in New York, there's always this kind of fear that someone's going to come on and check if you paid for the bus. I've yet to see that here at all. People kind of just pay when they want to pay. Luckily, I'm going to school here, so I have a thing that's just free all the time, So even if I get on Dump Pay and someone checks, I'm just going to show them the card and be like, yeah, this is what I use. And they're going to be like, oh, okay. But I don't understand who pays and who doesn't pay, or I don't get that. And that whole thing, I've seen some people get on, some people get off. I guess the people that get on Dumb Pay know they have something, maybe like me, where if it does come down to check, they do have something. If not, I don't know. In New York, I know for a fact, if you're homeless or you look homeless, most likely they don't care if you're on the train or the bus too much. Now, if you're laying there and you're kind of bothering people, they'll kick you off. But yeah, in New York, there's more of a fear that someone will check, because I've been checked multiple times at random places, at nice places too, in Manhattan. But here, I've yet to see any. I don't even know how they would check sometimes. I feel like I've been out so far on a bus. I'm like, there's no cop by the beach getting on this bus checking. So that I don't get. But again, the pro is that transportation is very nice over here. The BART system, the yellow red line, the blue line goes down all the way to San Jose and Santa Cruz. I think it goes to Santa Cruz. I'm pretty sure. I saw one thing that goes to Santa Cruz. I haven't been there yet on the bus. I've been there in life, but not from San Francisco to there yet. So that's something. Yeah, transportation pro. There are some cons, but overall pro. I have other writing in here. Don't look. Okay. What did I say here? Pro, clean. It is clean. It's very clean in some places, oddly clean. Something you would never see in New York or LA is how clean some sections of San Francisco are. It really is amazing. Even in Manhattan, there are clean places, and New York keeps it very, very clean. It does. But still, there's some trash. Here, there's some places I've been in, particularly in the richer parts, where it's way too suspiciously clean, weird. I actually saw a guy, I don't know what you call it. Oh man, the grates under the sidewalk, the things that go into the ground. He was sweeping, I presume, in front of his own house, a bunch of leaves, way too many leaves for just a normal person to sweep, but he was doing it. Old man, right? Sweeping a bunch of leaves from his house across the whole street into the grate. I'm like, wow, if that's how the mentality is here about keeping things clean, then that's very nice. The con, and I wrote it here, clean, pro. Con, some places very, very dirty. Very, very dirty. There are some places where you go, wow, very dirty. Now, I will admit, those places are usually have a little more homeless people there. Not to be, I don't know the nice way to say that, but yeah, those dirtier places usually have more homeless people, so that is a con in general, having a lot of homeless people in San Francisco. But the pro is that it's still, even around them, those streets will be okay, this street's very dirty, a lot of that's there, but then the next street over will be extremely clean. So I feel like there's something going on to where they pick and choose what to make spotless and what not to. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying that wrong, but you get what I'm saying. Some places extremely clean, some places extremely dirty. So, you know, I don't know. I don't get it, but hey, it's very nice. The place I live, very clean, very clean. Another pro. People are nice. Now, this is a thing, right? In New York, people are very loud and may not be the nicest overall, but will probably help you out in situations. You know what I mean? Like, they're not on the surface nice, and they may yell a little louder and do stuff like that a little louder. That will happen. Here, they are nice, but I could tell that they don't really want to help you out. Oh, this recording, I need to stop it real quick. Okay, so is it recording well? Yeah, okay. So back to what I was saying. Here, they will look nice and talk to you nice. No, no one's been like outwardly mean. In New York, some people are outwardly mean. But here, I could tell that they don't really want to fuck with you more than just a hello. In New York, people will get more into your whole thing. You know what I mean? You come up to someone in New York, they'll get into their whole thing very quickly. Here, it seems like they don't actually want to talk to you or help you out. This is a hard thing to describe, but let's say you're asking for directions, right? In New York, they will give you very detailed directions to the point where you're like, do you have a place to go? Like, someone will be walking fast. You're like, excuse me, do you know where to go? They'll be like, where? Okay, let me do this, blah, 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 blah. And they'll tell you in pretty good detail to the point where you're like, wow, you just straight stopped. Here, you could tell that they don't want to stop. They may say hi, they may be next to you, but you could tell you asking for directions is actually bothering them. While in New York, it may be bothering them, but they're happy to help. Because wherever they're going, they're going to tell that person, I had to give this tourist directions. And everyone gets it in New York. Hey, it is what it is. Here, it seems like they don't want to. They may say hi. They may look at you and be like, hi, yes. They don't want to actually talk to you. They don't want to get into anything. It is what it is. It's fine. But here, just, I wrote fake. I don't know if people are fake. I wouldn't say that. But you could tell. Another pro. The outdoors. This is a huge pro because I like the outdoors. I like hiking. I like going to the beach and all that. This city is pretty great. Combine this with transportation, this is pretty great. The outdoors is very nice. Multiple parks. If you go up San Francisco and you're there's a I don't know all the names of them yet, but a lot of good places to hike. Great views everywhere. If you go lower San Francisco, like I said, you get into you get kind of going towards Santa Cruz. Beautiful places to hike over there. And then, of course, you have Yosemite. That's farther away, but closer than LA, closer than a lot of, San Francisco is pretty much like I wouldn't say the biggest city next to there, but a popular city to where you could get there easily, especially if you have a car. So very, very huge pro. Love the outdoors. Like it. I haven't gone to their disc golf course yet. I've seen a picture of it. That looks great too. The outdoors, huge pro. I like that a lot. Now, the con with that though is getting there without a car. Some of these bar places, some of the trains, if you actually want to get into a hike, especially going south, it's harder to get to without a car because you can get imagine it like a railroad train tracks, right? You could get to the left, you could get to the right, but the hike in the forest, the parks and forest area you want to get to are the middle part, and you can't quite get there without a car. You could get left and right, you could get boom, up and down, but you can't quite get to the middle I wouldn't say reliably, but efficiently and timely without a car. Those buses that start to run left and right into the hiking places, I've seen are a little sparse. They need to up that, okay? Now, there may not be a lot of people on those buses if they actually made more of them. Sure, I guess not a lot of people are going every day. Ridership every day wouldn't be that much into the woods, but into the woods and hiking and stuff. But I would like it. But I kind of get it at the same time. But that is a con. You can't get to every hike, especially in the south, like I said. And the farther up north you go, you're gonna need to like just rent a car, zip car or something like that if you really want to get into it. So the closer to the city your hike is, the more likely you can get there reliably on the train and what's the other thing called? Yeah, train and bus. Now, next pro, food. This is pretty great. Food compared to other cities here is very, very nice. Oh, recording again. Hold on. Okay, back. What was I saying? What was it? Oh, food. Yeah, the food here, very good. Like I said, it's a little expensive. And yes, I feel like that's a given. When we talk about food in San Francisco, I feel like I don't need to tell you that it's very expensive, more expensive than almost every other fucking place. I feel like that's a given. The actual food I'm talking about, though, is very good. I just went to this hot chicken place yesterday, very good. The food here is pretty good. I can't even say anything bad about it. I would like to have a con about the food, other than the price, like I said, but it's good. It's like New York. I don't have many cons about the food in New York either because it's so good and so much variety. LA and LA, I would say the places I've lived in for a long time, LA, Vegas, places like that are more sparse with variety. Here, great variety. Just every type of food you could think of is probably here, and it probably has a nice twist on it, nice creative twist on it. You guys have Phil's Coffee here, which I've never had before until I got here. Very nice. Yeah, the food is great. I can't have no cons, unfortunately, for that. And not unfortunately, I don't know why I said that, but the food is great. It just is, Next, pro. What did I write here? Small place. Pro. Easy to get around, fast to get around. Small town. It's not big at all. You could get pretty much everywhere, like I said, with transportation, and it won't take that long. You can get downtown, you can come you go to the pier, you could go this and that way pretty quickly. It's a small place, so that's a good. At the same time, I wrote down that it's small, so it's a pro. It's small, so it's a con. But that is only up to you. If you like somewhere like Texas, if you're coming from Texas, you may not like the fact that this is a small place and that you can get everywhere within, if you're really going far over here, one way I'd say maybe it'd take you 45 minutes if it's a lot of traffic. But again, if you have a car, it could be quicker than that. It's a small place. So to me, it's a pro and it's a con depending on who you are. If you like small places, there's a pro. If you like to be able to potentially walk almost everywhere you want, locally, because there's a lot of food locally. I haven't really found a place in San Francisco where I'm here and I'm like, where's all the food? Where's something I can do? Where's an activity? They're all pretty close, so that's good. Now, if you want, wow, that was terrible. But if you want a more spread out place, like I said, like Texas, like Vegas, the middle of California, if you live there, you're not gonna really like this place because it's too congested. That's the word I'm looking for. It may be too congested for you. If you think New York's congested, if you think LA is congested, this won't be any different. But if you don't, it's a pro. If you like small places, yeah. We're getting to the end. Street setups are weird, and this is very true. I don't understand the way streets are set up. They're not regularly numbered. When you get to one half of the city, it changes, the other half changes, and the middle changes. The middle is different too. And then you guys have these weird roads that go like half circles. Some neighborhoods just go, a street will just go nowhere. And I don't get it. Your streets are set up very odd. I don't know if that's on purpose to deter tourists from staying and living, which is, I mean, to be fair, if that is the purpose, okay, clever, cool, I see what you did there, developers. Yeah, but confusing, weird. I don't get it. I don't get why your streets are set up so weird. I get that, San Francisco is made on they say, it was made on a bunch of hills, and I get that, sure. I get the steepness, but the way other streets are set up, like neighborhood streets, are very odd. I don't get that at all. That's a con. There's no pro there. That's a con. And as a whole, now here's the end part. As a whole, I would give it as a review, if I was really reviewing it, I would give it like, I don't know, I haven't been here long enough, maybe. This is going to raise suspense. I got to stop the video. Okay, like I was saying, as a whole, I would probably give it, the problem is the pricing is huge on my list, and it's why it's gonna have to go down a few points. A lot of this place is great. There's a lot of great things about San Francisco. I do like it here. Oh, the weather. I forgot to add the weather. Yeah, the weather is a pro and a con too. If you like being cold and foggy and misty on your face sometimes, a lot of the time, there's a pro. But it's also a con if you don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wish it was just warm, and here it's like fucking cold. It's too cold, guys. I know you got the bay thing. I don't know. If you like it cold, it's a pro. If you don't, it's a con, really. Yeah, the weather here is wild. It's I've never experienced it any other place. Like I said, the closest I've come to that is Santa Cruz, but even that was different. It's cold and it's not. I don't know, but you got to just come really and experience it to say if it's a pro or a con to you. Yeah, the weather. It's iffy. I don't know. I'm still up and down on it. But back to the final review. As a whole, wow, this is hard. 7. I give it a 7. As a whole, I give this a 7. Will it change in the future? Maybe. Will it go down in the future? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's the San Francisco review video from being here for 2.5 months, almost 3 months. Will it get better? Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, that's the end of that. Thank you.